What's up? What's up? What's up, people? What's going on? All right. Well, we had a bunch, but a lot of you left. Let's see. Stay dangerous. What up? What up? If you're still in here, John Marcos. What up? I disagree with that, John Marcos. By the way, Alberto. What up? Marco, hurry up, cuzzo. I'm here. I'm here. Cleo, what's up? Bud gonna smoke Canelo, then y'all gonna try to switch up. No, he's not. But if he does, that's great. That's history. Word. Stay late. I don't know. Did my 10 rounds today. You know what I'm saying? About to drop a video. I just finished writing it. Leonard versus Hearns 2. Dope fight. A fight where Sugar Ray was robbed. Excuse me. Hearns was robbed. Crawford is going to win. I don't see that happening. No, I do. I'm going to go with 70-30. I could even do 65-35 Canelo. I'll go with that. That's how I see it happening. 65. So I give Bud 35% chance. Salute, Anthony. AB, you ordered your soursop tea today. Is that because of me? You got people ordering soursop because of you, Tia. Tia? Tia. What? I got somebody said they ordered soursop tea because of us. Or you, really. I'm going 80-20. For who? For Canelito? Canelito. Is 45 Bud crazy? Nah. I'm okay with a close, with anything that for Bud is close. But people who are like, Bud's gonna wipe the floor of them, and it's like, come on, how do you think that? Kalia, you have got to be out of your fucking mind. You, my dear, you're gonna get the first soundbite of the day. Get the fuck out of here! Warlock, what up, blood? Anthony, what up? 80-20 cinnamon. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna give Bud a little more because he is a special fighter, or so he's proven so far. Yep, looked up the benefits. Yeah, man. Doesn't stop you from getting sick or pneumonia, I'll tell you that, but everything else. Canelo getting 150 M's. Rob, what up, blood? Shout out to the pretty boy Marquito and the big homie T-Bone Capone. It's only right. I don't have any soursop, but what I do have is some Starbucks sop. I'm excited too. Instagram just allowed 3-minute shorts now, so my shits are going to be a little longer. I'll be able to get more information out there. It won't be as annoying for me to edit and shit. So I'm happy about that. Bro, chill on your gay-ish. Who's being gay? Rob, what up? Where the weed at? I don't smoke weed, man, so I don't know. I don't fuck with weed. Shit makes me paranoid. Not paranoid, uncomfortable. Like loss of control. I don't like it. That's at my older age. When I was younger, and I never smoked, but I did like edibles. The edibles wouldn't do that to me when I was younger, although there would always be that point, like 2-3 hours in, where I'm like, is this shit ever going to go away? Because, sometimes it lasts 4 hours. You eat too much weed, it'll last 24 hours. Shit lasts too long. Alberto telling someone else to chill is tutti frutti. Yeah, Alberto is the certified fruity of the crew. Starbucks, Marco, when did you turn into a Valley girl? Damn. That's fucked up. Real NY thugs don't drink Starbucks. We got our coffee from Aki from the bodega. Nah, man, I drink fucking lattes, my man. I drink, let me tell you something. I'm not Italian, but I grew up around enough Italians over there on Arthur Avenue, and my wife's Italian. Nothing better than a nice little fucking espresso. You sip a little nice espresso after a meal. Mwah, nothing better than that. I don't give a fuck where I get the espresso at, but and the bodegas or the new Aki bodegas, because back in the day, they were all Hispanic. They don't carry espresso. So that's where I'm at with it. All right, Kalia, stop trolling. Compare Crawford 5 less points to Canelo's, please. Why don't you do it, Gus? Put it in the chat here, and we'll go over it. Edibles is whack. About 2 days. I've been fucked up for 24 hours though from it. Many people at my gym smoke. Mad people smoke weed. I found out Oscar got 10 split against Floyd. I'm not surprised. Real dudes drink Dunkin'. 10% to Canelo because the first 2 rounds could be tricky after that. And get the fuck out of here with that. Tank smokes weed. Everybody smokes weed except me. Real and white thugs drink 40s at 6 a.m., not coffee. That's not thugs, my man. That's degenerates. Real NY degenerates drink 40s. I remember me and my wife took my kids to Coney Island, right, a couple years ago. We got there at like 10 a.m. It was for a birthday party in Coney Island, right? Coney Island, those of you who don't know, it's like an amusement park down in Brooklyn. And like Coney Island, right near Coney Island, it's hard to find parking because they don't have paid parking there. I believe they don't. They do for the aquarium, but not for the anyway. Point is, so we had to go around the side streets, and Coney Island's mad ghetto. So we had to go 3, 4, 5 blocks away from and go into so we parked on one of the side streets, and there was like 4 or 5 dudes and girls stumbling, slurring, hammered, drunk, chilling on the corner, playing a boom like it was 11:30 at night on a Saturday night. This shit was like a Sunday after morning at 10 a.m. Point being, those are degenerates, not thugs. What up? What's up, Joseph? Crawfish going to sleep. I believe he might be. I'm listening to in the headphones. Be right back. About to shovel. Yeah, man, I just did that today. Shoveled today. So it's snowing out there in Queens. What up, Dwayne? What's up, Chilled? You got Canelo. I got Canelo by decision or stoppage. Do you any scenario which Bud beats Canelo? Yeah. I got 35% chance I give Bud. Look, it's possible that he just stands toe to toe and fucks him up. Unlikely. The most likely thing that he's going to do is box him. Box him, move, tie him up, move, maybe even get on his toes a little bit, even though we've never seen Bud really do that. That's the most likely way he could beat Canelo. Kind of do what Caleb Plant, what Billy Joe Saunders, what a couple of these guys did before they got caught. Even what Amir Khan was doing before he got caught. I do remember Seagate Coney days barking is a pain. Yeah, man. Real pain in the ass. So but what we would do is we go when you're in the aquarium, you're chilling. You could park in the aquarium, but I think it charges you. Or I forgot. Marco looked like he'll sell you a gram at work. A gram of what? Depends what. Your leprechaun's going to get beat by a decision. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. How many amateur fights would you recommend that's needed, and one fight that you feel is underrated? And how many? All right, Don, you got to be a little more specific. How many amateur fights do I think is needed for who? And what's one fighter that you feel is underrated and don't get talked about enough? Lennox Lewis. Lennox is one of the greatest heavyweights who ever lived, and he is severely underrated. And no, you almost never hear people bring him up. They say Ali, they say Tyson, Holmes. Some people even put Holyfield above Lennox, even though Lennox whooped Holyfield's ass twice. It's redonkulous. Canelo let him stop nobody nears. Yeah, because Canelo is fighting out of his weight class. Come on, you know boxing. Canelo's a natural 60-pounder. He's been fighting 68 and 75. So, yeah, it's less likely to stop people. When he fights a dude who's naturally 147, you're going to see a stoppage. Would you ever do border wars to shut up? I can't because I was a pro. I legally can't. You can't do amateur. I already fought amateur. So once you go from being an amateur to being a pro, you're never allowed to go back down to being an amateur again. calling Canelo leprechaun, Mark. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. Marquito, remember the AOS sound systems from back in the day? I just seen a neighbor bring that out to the curb for trash pickup. Nah, I don't. Sounds familiar, but send a picture or a link or explain better what that was. Canelo. Okay, Canelo fought Munguia, Berlanga, Ryder, Charlo, Triple G. Okay. Triple G is one of the greatest middleweights who ever lived. And Canelo beat him once. Should have lost to him once too, but okay. Munguia is very good, although maybe not. Berlanga is completely unproven. Ryder is mid. Charlo doesn't almost even count because Charlo was so much smaller and didn't even fight. So Bud's last 5 will probably be more impressive, but put him up. Canelo's off the taco. I don't know what that means, but that sounds mad foul. Hope your abuela doing center. Oh, he didn't stop Charlo either. Nah, well, I mean, to his defense, Charlo put his credit card in that New York City bike and was on it. Charlo hailed an Uber and was just flying around the ring, circling. So, you know, dope to see Marco and Hamza shut some of these. Ever since his wrist in surgery, no knockouts. I heard the fight is scheduled sometime for September. Got Canelo, but unanimous decision or stoppage. Agreed. Too many what ifs for Crawford. He needs. Yep, agreed. Agreed with everything you just said, Marquise. Canelo doesn't have the balls to fight. That's a fact too. I was on TBV today, and of course, Ness doesn't like. I don't know why he gets so defensive about that. Well, I do know because at first he was trying to defend Canelo for ducking. So I think he's still stuck on that, and he also wants to hope that there's as many great fights as possible. But the truth is, so far, nothing that Canelo's done makes us think he'll ever fight Benavidez. Even the fact that the fight he's going to most likely take is 2 weight classes below him. You know what I mean? He's not trying to go up to what he said out of his own mouth is a dude who's just too big, offers nothing but 25 pounds extra than me. You look like a 50-year-old infant. That's kind of rude. You might get blocked. He blamed the beef taco. Right. I didn't know it was a beef taco. I knew it was meat that he ate. I didn't realize it was in a taco, though. Marco, did you hear Shakur made a hydration clause for Kid Austin? Nah, I didn't. Matter of fact, I could have swore I saw Shakur being interviewed by the Cigar Talk dude, and Shakur denied that, said he didn't do that. In the words of Marco, Canelo will give Bud the beat. Yep. I got bit in the leg today by a filthy ass stankin' dog. Why are you wrestling with random homeless dogs? Don't do that. Before going pro, how many amateur fights do you recommend for enough? Appreciate it. Duh. I actually don't recommend people have 100, 200, 300 amateur fights. I feel like it's way too much. It piles up tons of mileage, brain damage mileage, and wear and tear on your body. I really think, man, anything from 20 to 50 tops, and you're good. You get it. 20 to 50 is more than enough to get you ready for pro. Tim Bradley just said he spoke with Bud, and Bud said he isn't coming in anywhere near 168. I believe that. How could he? He's not that big. What up, Ankel? Is Canelo versus Crawford? No, it's not. And I'm not so sure it's going to happen yet. I mean, it's looking like it now because Turkey, but not until it's finalized. It gets finalized when Canelo and Crawford and whatever network posts it and Turkey posts it. That's when it's finalized. When there's tickets for sale. Ness hates that Canelo never. Yeah, he does. Ness wants all the great fights to happen. He wants boxing to be as extended, as stretched out as possible because that's how he makes his living. And I get it. It's how I make mine, partially. But you still can't just make shit up that, like make Canelo suddenly, he doesn't want to fight him. And look, anything's possible. He could change his mind with a lot of money and you know what I mean? But I find that unlikely. But let's remember, I also didn't think Canelo and Crawford would fight because Canelo was very against it, but he changed his mind. What do you think of rehydration clauses? They're not doing it though, I thought. No, rehydration benefits Bud because, Boots or Teofimo Lopez. Oh, Boots, too big. Bud, Israel, Spence, Porter, Brooks, Kelbrook. Yeah, I would have to say Bud's. There's nobody that comes near Triple G on that list. I mean, maybe Spence, and then I would have to say Bud's last 5 or better. Had to hit Marco with the drive-by insult. Yeah, that was rude. Stop censoring comments that you don't like. Mexican G's in here? I didn't even see him. Is there any fight Turkey talking about? Nah, nothing yet. You think Bud and Canelo will happen? Yeah, it seems like it at this point. I didn't at first, but it seems like it at this point. From what I read, there's no rehydration clause. Canelo's, yeah, there is none. Because he wouldn't want that because he's the bigger dude. When Kid Austin's dad must be lying. Who's your top 5 biggest weight bullies ever? I don't know. I don't really get into that shit. I don't know. Because it's only a thing as of late where we would even we were even privy to the information of what dudes weighed the night of the fight. All we would know is what they weighed in at. And unless you know what they weigh the night of the fight, you don't know if they're weight bullies or not. And that doesn't always, like I remember De La Hoya fighting at 135 and then weighing like 150. You know what I'm saying? Fight night. Like I remember they did it with some people, but most people you didn't know. So there's no way of knowing. I disagree with that. Hey Marco, fight on Misfits Boxing, you would kiss ass and make money. More exposure, more subs. I don't fight anymore, my man. I'm almost 50. Do Canelo finna be 12 pounds heavier than Bud? Yeah, Canelo will probably come in like 170, 175 maybe. So yeah, it'll be like 20 pounds heavier. Would you fight Norman Sr.? No, I'm not fighting anybody. By the way, what's up? What's up, man? I'm alright. Chilling. Cold chilling. Like a villain. Because I ain't robbing a stillin'. Maxing and relaxing like Bob Dylan. Like example, Benavidez was a big boy 68, and I was thinking, wait, bully. 180 max. Maybe. Funny enough, Brian Norman Sr. Yeah, I know he's fighting Greg Hackett. Would you say Shakur runs in the ring? No. Moving and running are different. He doesn't run. He doesn't throw a lot of punches against certain opponents. I will beat Ness. I will beat him like he just got back to Hunts Point with only a $5 bill in his pocket. Those of you who know what Hunts Point is, get that one. What's Tia's best dish? Her best dish? She makes a lot of shit good. She doesn't have one specific one. Brother, they are pants unboxing misfits. Let's create some beef between you and KSI. You and Two Tone should do a show together like Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't know who those people are. I'm down. I like Tone. When is Devin fighting? There's no date yet. Devin and Ryan Garcia have now jointly asked the court to pause. Yes, we know that. That's Dwayne. That's like a week old, that news. It feels me. Do you feels me? Yep. What else we got? Talk to me, you punks. Talk to your boy, Young. Hove. Sorry, that was my shitty Jay-Z impression. Give us the fridge tour. Like, of my fridge? I ain't doing that. That's weird. Man, it's not much in there. My bad. I just found on Instagram, so I thought. Speaking of, guys, I'm sure you guys know this, but TikTok is all systems go. Shit wasn't even out for 24 hours. Wasn't even gone for a day. My man Trump, I mean, he's not really my man, but he's my man since he kept TikTok going, so I don't lose money. Took care of it. You think Crawford will actually weigh 168? No, less. Canelo will, I'm a southpaw. What are some of the best southpaw fighters you think I should watch? If you could take any 2 fights this year in boxing. Why are you giving me 2-part questions? Stick to one before you confuse me. You're a southpaw. Best southpaw fighters you should watch. Pernell Whitaker, Michael Moore, Hector Macho Camacho. Those are good ones. Ran Hills today. Same ones as winter 25 years ago. Well, bumping. Y'all must have forgot. All right. Let's bump it.
Must have forgot.
I'm in the back call. I don't get it. No, I want to see more memes of TikTokers being mad that they have to get actual jobs. Well, I wonder how many people are like me. Like, I'm big on Instagram, but not on the other platforms. I wonder if most of these big content creators are are way bigger on one than the others. Probably are. Tell me about David Morrell. I don't know about him. He's going to lose. He's going to get a vicious ass whooping coming his way. The Frankster. What's up, Marco? You are one of the delusional people who think Crawford KOs Canelo. I am, first of all, that's rude. Rude way to jump into my room. But secondly, no. I believe Canelo is going to win. Might even get ugly. Might even be a stoppage. I don't believe Crawford can beat Canelo. He's too small. Canelo will stop Crawford. Big disadvantage. Agreed. This man knows real estate and boxing. Booyaka. Yeah, but is it really going to happen? And they're talking not the next fight, right? They're saying September. So we got to first wait till May for him to do his Cinco de Mayo shit against whoever the fuck he fights. What if he loses? Like, why not just make this fight now? What are we doing? What's with all these like tune-ups and in between? That's how you ruin legacy and money. Because it's boxing. Didn't mean to be rude. Yeah, nah, I'm not. I'm definitely not. And look, it's not delusional fully because Crawford is a 1 in a million, 1 in a trillion fighter, maybe. You know what I mean? So he has a great chance, but maybe not a great chance, but he has a chance. Canelo will win with possible knockdown. I'm with you. Canelo might drop him. We're all going to surprise everyone. Yeah, how quickly he goes down. There's a lot of people that Marco that are big on TikTok, but not. Okay. Crawford need to fight Fundora. Fundora is a tough fight. Starline, what up? Crawford wins by KO in the second round. Let me ask you a question. Actually, more of a statement.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Yes, the next fight, Bud's supposed to be European Ukrainian first. Will you do a YouTube short no, I will not. If Canelo stops Crawford, I'm gonna cry like when Tyson went to Tokyo. Well, you might be crying, Rich. He's waiting for that snack to kick in. You think Crawford is better than Floyd? No. No. Let's not get carried away. Fundora cooks Bud. I don't know about that. That's hard to tell. Nah, I'm just trolling, but I do have Crawford winning on points.
You must be out of your goddamn mind. What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, Crawford winning on points? You think Crawford's going to be Canelo? Nope. Possible, but unlikely. Very unlikely. When is the fight supposed to happen? September, and there's supposed to be a fight in between. Easy work, yeah. So the fight is far from happening because even if they sign it, they both have fights in between, which gives it exponentially higher risk of the fight not happening. So judges are pro Canelo. That's what people are saying, but at 160 he has slow feet. Oh goodness. Crawford is fighting Dervinchenko. What do I think of the Trump coin? I don't know what a Trump coin is. I have to go with Crawford. I can't root against the guy that made me want to start boxing. Just because he made you want to start boxing doesn't mean he could beat everybody and their mother. Canelo is naturally a 160 pounder star. He is. He's even admitted it. But he's able to be successful at 68 because of his experience and power and chin. Remember when Jesse Ferguson spoiled the Mercer? I do. I remember when Michael Bent spoiled Tommy Morrison. I believe was going to fight Lennox, but earlier on. I mean, shit. Buster Douglas spoiled Holyfield versus Tyson early on. A lot of spoiling going on. What's the last fight you watched, and have you been messed? Of course I've been. I'm from New York, man. Of course I've been MSG tons of times. Fundora manager is scared of Crawford. I don't know about that. Canelo also avoided certain boxers due to styles. I mean, maybe. I agree Canelo has power and a chin, but Crawford will school him. Crawford will not be able to hurt Canelo. Crawford is not the best defender. So what's he going to do when sledgehammers from a man 3 weight divisions above him are raining down on his ass? To his body, to his cabbage. What's he going to do? Marinating fights cost boxing. Yep. Mark, what's the way you think about Roy Jones the same way I think about Crawford? Word? Well then, let's do it.
Y'all must have forgot.
Which fight are you looking forward to the most in the next 30 days? I guess Morrell. What other fights are there besides Morrell and Benavidez? Canelo's supposed to get an endorsement deal from Payday Candy Bars, but he ducked it. Payday. Oh yeah, Paydays. Those are like, what are those? Peanuts, caramel, and chocolate? Right? Payday, I believe. Paydays are good. If people thought Crawford looked old with Magimov, imagine. Yep. Canelo is here to be hit. Lacks head movement. No, he has great head movement. You're crazy. Sometimes he high guards up, but I could keep tons of clips of Canelo moving his head very well. That's not true. Crawford has sublime defense. Disagreed. I disagree. I don't think Crawford has great defense. I don't think he has awful defense, but it's not great. And Crawford doesn't move his feet that well or that much. And you're going to have to outbox Canelo. You're going to have to get in those toes. Crawford doesn't get in his toes, really. Canelo doing bigger things in Mexico with the president. If you have examples of respect weight classes fights. Huh? The outside is covered in peanuts and the inside's covered. Yep. Disgusting. Why would they be disgusting? Oh, those shits is good. Those shits is yummy, blood. When Crawford wants to employ defense, he does well. Give me an example of when that's happened. Give me an example. You give me an example. When the fuck has he employed defense? Even in his sparring, he just earmuffs it. Takes shots, but he's trying to set people up because he knows his power and his punch placement will get most people out of there at 47. Not at 68 with a thick-ass cinnamon neck that absorbs shots like he's wearing a Kevlar vest. He didn't have good defense against Spence. He countered Spence, but his actual defense, he was just high blocking, high guarding. Nope. Spence landed some shots. Crawford even talked about it. He's like, oh, when I felt it, I'm like, oh, that's it. Said you trained with Cavaruni, but didn't utilize a peekaboo. No, I never said that. I never said that. I said I did. That's the only style I used when I was up there. You had no choice. Peekaboo all day. That's the first style I really learned, front to back. We'll see, G. Ricardo Mayorga. So you got Canelo. Yes, I do. It's okay. I don't care if I'm wrong. Like, I don't get why in boxing, in these rooms, people have, it's like some badge of honor if you predict. Do you realize it's all a gamble? Anything could happen. Nobody knows for sure. We're just guessing. I always say this. I do not own a Zoltar machine. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Do you think Crawford is the most skilled fighter besides Mayweather has fought? Yeah, I would say so. Shields, Nelson versus Pacheco. All right. The fact that you speak your mind, that's why. So I appreciate you. I mean, doesn't everybody speak their mind? Explain what you mean. I appreciate the compliment, but explain what you mean. Starlight. Me too. I appreciate you. Ricardo Mayorga. This might be the real Ricardo Mayorga. Like a burner account. Talk to me. Think about this. I'm thinking. Talk to me. Nah, not really. Most people run with the common or popular opinion. Oh yeah, well, you know, it's about being balanced. I feel like Crawford power didn't look good at 54. No, it didn't. Imagine 2 divisions up. That's as simple as plain, Jank, as you could possibly put it. Like simple and plain. Marco Canelo, but very possible. Or just lumps his shit up, makes it look like taco meat. Crawford is the only opponent that resembles any type talent as much as Mayweather's fight in this era. Okay. Maybe. If Crawford makes Canelo kneel before him like Zod, is he up there with Sugar Ray Robinson? No. Sugar Ray Robinson is the second greatest fighter ever lived. Sugar Ray Robinson went 129 and won. Sugar Ray Robinson is 1 in a trillion. Crawford might be 1 in a billion. 1 level below Sugar Ray if he does that, yes, but not Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray is on the level of, I mean, he's almost the best you can get. Roy is 1 in a is a bazillion, right? Ray is 1 in a trillion. And then you got guys like Sugar Ray Leonard, who's 1 in a trillion. Bud, maybe 1 in a billion. But his career's not over, so we don't know. Benavidez, what about his power? Do you think Shakur versus Floyd goes? Yeah, I hope so. Do you think Crawford's team would really put him in such a dangerous situation? You have to understand something, Star. After Crawford won the way he did, and he looked like he literally looked like a god, like a Roman god. That's how good he looked. Everybody in the world, mostly him and his team, got gassed with high octane diesel fuel. So they think they could do anything now because of that Spence fight. So would you say Crawford is the only fighter that may have the blueprint to beat Canelo like Floyd? No. Nothing about the big part of why Canelo lost to Floyd was Floyd's defense. His patented, Floyd roll. Nothing about Crawford's defense is outstanding. It's good. It's not outstanding. So no. You have to have outstanding defense to be able to beat Canelo, especially when you're smaller than him. Only intriguing thing about Canelo. Bud versus Canelo. What? Where? Canelo versus Skull. Okay. Inoue versus June. Jared Anderson fighting February 14th, and Jared Zoro. Yep. Oh, Otto Wallin's fighting. Those guys should retire, man. Those guys are too old. And too much damage. Like Anthony Joshua just beat the shit out of fucking Otto Wallin. Fury beat the shit out of Otto Wallin. Fury's power didn't look good at 54. Same can be said about Benavidez moving up 75. That's true. Only one fight each, too. So it's hard to tell. Canelo ain't fought nobody. What any type of good defense like Bud? Floyd? Danny Jacobs had dope defense. I mean, we can go all day with this. Plant has really good defense. I believe if Canelo fights Crawford, and even if he wins, damage his resume because Crawford's 2-3 weight classes below. Nah, it doesn't damage his resume. It doesn't really help it much for Canelo, but it doesn't damage it. A win won't damage your resume. To this day, I think the version of Spence was high on painkillers. I wouldn't be surprised. And had a bruised rib, maybe. According to Showbiz, Spence. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. He looked all fucked up in his eyes, but it's not our problem. Don't fight then. Postpone it. That's the only reason. But it's still not saying he would have won, but yeah, he to me, it wasn't even his output. He was throwing hard. It was his punch resistance. He just couldn't take a fucking punch. He was getting wobbled all over the place. Was Bud hitting that hard, timing him that well, or was it something else? Yeah, Spence is done. I've been saying this for the longest. He's not coming back. Neither are the Charlos. Neither is Thurman. Briggs, top 10 heavyweight in the 90s and 2000s. I don't know. Maybe. I'd have to look at all the active fighters in the 90s and 2000s. He might just make it. Bivol versus Arthur. I got Bivol winning, even though I'm rooting for Bivol to lose. I think Crawford will take Canelo to 12, and if it doesn't win, it will put a good enough show to do a rematch. That's a victory in itself if you could take him to 12, because he's so much smaller. What punch in boxing would you say hurts the most? Nothing. It's all the same. The ones you don't see. The ones you don't see. Yeah, like what year? What? Briggs kind of peaked when he beat Foreman, even though a lot of people thought Foreman lost. Foreman beat him. But what year was that? That was like 96 or 5. 1 second, guys. My bad. I'm back. Bud stops. No, he does not. Hehan, what up? Canelo, and that's my final prediction. Agreed. Bud jabs people, and they drop all the time. For example, Kell Brook and Spence. Okay. Good point. Mark, I seen that short where you were punching the machine. Bro, you hit crazy number, man. Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell. I appreciate it. First of all, thank you. Not to sound like a douchebag, but I'm trying to tell people I could punch hard. Just because I got all my like Roy Jones shit where I could do fast, but like I have 2 different settings. I could do fast, rapid fire, and I could then just do bombs. And to be honest, even my fast shits have some pop to them. And Camille, remember this. First off, I'm 48. Secondly, I'm 165 pounds hitting like that. Like that's not heavy, is my point. You know what I'm saying? If I was a 250 pounder, okay. And even that's hard. 950 is hard for anybody. The highest I ever got was 996, by the way. Just never took a fucking picture of it. It was back like 10 years ago. My wife shouts out another man's name. The way Bivol, I know, right? This year going to be lit for content creators thanks to Turkey, the drama. I know, man. It is. Cortland Mook, what up? What's a Mook? Isn't a Mook like an Italian? Cortland, New York? You like an Italian from all the way upstate? Or am I just... Once Canelo hits Crawford's arm, they snap in half. Yeah, okay. That's another thing Canelo does, which I don't like. That arm punching. The shit doesn't work with anybody. He just kept trying to hit Bivol in the arm. It didn't do anything. Oh, shit. Eon, you got it? You got what I got? How do you get over a heartbreak? What? Are you sick with a cold? Or are you fucking... One of your girls dumped you. My girl thinks Bud KO's Canelo. Well, your girl's entitled to her opinion, but you should tell her to stop sniffing paint. 48, you look 46. Fuck out of here. How can I add power to my punches? I'm 5'10". Power can be taught. I always say this. Speed is God-given or Mother Nature given, or power can be taught. How? You learn how to turn your hip, turn your leverage, turn your weight into a punch, snap your shoulder into a punch. That's how you get power. You have to learn how to do all that. It's all at once. Whop. Benavidez is crazy KO power. Yep, agreed. It's worked with Smith. It worked with other people. Well, it wasn't working with Bivol, yet he kept doing it the whole fight. It's like, it's not like, why did he keep... Told you to use it. Oh, come on. I remember staying up for Lewis versus Tyson. Yeah, man, that pissed me off. I was hoping Mike was going to knock him out, but Mike's never been the same since Bruno. It's a video I did. A little sick in the Midwest means you're upset or disappointed. Oh, what happened? You got dumped? Thanks, champ. I appreciate it. Yeah, of course. Canelo has a good uppercut. He has a good everything. Benavidez' power is overrated. Benavidez is like a Errol Spence. He's not going to lay you out with one shot, but every shot he throws is very consistently, repetitively hard. Every one. So it's like a lumberjack effect. Chops you down. Just like Spence did. Lewis Tyson undercard was that the first time I saw Pacquiao. Tell him to go out and try to F her best friend. That'll get him over the girl. I know you're young, Ricardo. That's a young man's advice. Have you ever met a boxer who you were starstruck by? Yeah, of course. Roy Jones. Matter of fact.
Y'all must have forgot.
Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. That might be it. I'd be starstruck by Prince Nassim, too. Yeah, I agree. Benavidez has good power in that one. Yeah. I am live. You silly man. You're a silly man. Yeah, I must have forgot. By the time Benavidez takes a punch, he delivers 4 to 5 bricks. And that's by design. He's okay with that, especially when he feels the punch come at him and he knows he's not in a sweat. I'll take one to give 4 or 5. What do you think about Tim Bradley's beef with Turkey? What's his beef with Turkey? I don't even know. But I just did a video today. I'm starting to do a video of Tim Bradley versus Ruslan Provodnikov. That's one of the... That might be the biggest brutal... That might be the biggest Rock'em Sock'em war in boxing history. That to me, that was more of a crazy Rock'em Sock'em war than Gotti Ward. To me. And dudes were getting hurt in that one, not just that one knockdown where Gotti went down to the body, but like other than that. But what's the beef between Turkey and him? told me, meet me in the middle. He was dancing. What? What do you listen to before hip hop took off? I got into hip hop right around when I was like 11, 12, right when I was, young. Before that, when I was young, like a kid, like 8, 9, I was into like pop, like Debbie Gibson and fucking whatever's on the radio, Madonna. I liked if hip hop wasn't really on the radio, so then it was what was on the radio, really, because I was right before MTV blew up, so it was like I liked the song La Bamba because the movie La Bamba came out. I loved Gloria Estefan, Miami Sound Machine, Lisa, Cold Jam, like all the shit on the radio, all the pop on the radio. He mauls better Biev, makes it sort of cute. Foreman vs. Lyle. I did a video on that. Got a lot of views too. Rate my top 5 all time in order. Floyd, okay. Bud, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Why aren't you putting Broner in there? Oh, you did put Broner. So you're telling me that Bud and Broner in the top 5 of all time? Oh, Jesus Christ. Eon, come on. We already went off on you last night. We were shitting on you, making fun of you. I don't want to do it again. Please stop saying shit like this. Please. And do me another favor. Please put the pipe down.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Stop it. Tim Bradley believes Turkey is bad for boxing and praises Tank for not fighting. Why is he bad for boxing? Oh, the Haney Pack. What's up, Winston? Who do y'all think punch harder, Devin or Shakur? Good question. I think Shakur. I mean Devin, excuse me. Marco, I don't bet, but I couldn't believe Pac-Man versus De La Hoya 15. I know. That was one of the biggest upsets. That's one of the biggest one-sided mega fight beatings in history. De La Hoya and Pacquiao. Actually, no, I think De La Hoya was favored. I remember when Spence and Crawford ended, I remember thinking, what other fight in history that was so damn close ended up being so lopsided? Broner. Yeah, Broner's not trash, but, Bro, read what it says. My top favorites. Oh. Well, for me, of all my favorites, I think that all my favorites are the greatest of all time, except for 2. Terry Norris and Prince Nassim are 2 of my favorites, and I know that they don't rank high in the all-time lists. I mean, Prince ranks as hardest puncher, he's up there. Best featherweight, he's up there, but not, same thing with Terry Norris. Other than that, though, my favorites are usually dudes who are the best. Shakur will be there soon. Tim is being a company man. You making toast? Tia, you making toast? Oh. Floyd, Manny, Saul, Crawford, and Broner. Oh, Jesus. What's up, Steph? I got notifications on and got none. That sucks. Why the fuck's it doing that? Salute, chat. That's why my top 5 means. Okay. Prince versus Inoue, Loma 26. Oh, I don't know. Inoue's too small. Loma would have been rough, especially after you saw what, a smart boxer in Barrera did to him. That's tough. I'm taking all bets with scared Canelo. Should have been at a catch weight, but Bud's still going to smoke him. Okay. Tea is toast and tea. Tea is toast and tea. Yeah, I had Pac-Man to win. Oh, you're British, Foz? I could not believe my luck. I could have only afforded 50 pounds then and only time. Oh, I didn't know you're British, Foz. Where are you from? What part? Is Eon still saying AB? He's saying he's his favorite of all time. Let's see how Shakur punches. Next fight, he said his hands were hurt. Yeah, that's true. He said they're fine now, though. I saw you guys should go watch. I don't believe I'm sending traffic to a different person's content creator, but to Cigar Talk. He just spoke with Shakur, and Shakur said his hands are totally fine. He said he has no hand issues. He's good to go right now. Favorite 5. Mike Tyson. Good with that. RJJ. I am good with that, as you know.
Y'all must have forgot.
Hagler. I'm with you. Lennox. Yo, I'm with you. Those are all my favorites too. Not my top, but arguable. Yeah, I'm with you, Rich. Who you have winning, Canelo or Crawford? Me? Canelo. Manchester. Isn't Prince Nassim from? No, Prince Nassim's from Sheffield. Right? Manchester is Ricky Hatton, right? Canelo's going to give Crawford what he's asking for. Yeah, an arse whooping. Scar Talker, good channel. Yeah, he's cool. What's up, K Mula? What up? What the deals, K Mula? What's crack-a-lacking, Mr. Mula? Mula. They used to call, that's right. I was about to say they used to call Mula money. And that's obviously what you mean because your fucking icon is Benji's. ESASS. Bud. Bud will not win that fight, my man. I disagree. Yeah, to which one? Nothing much, bro. K Mula. Give me some of that Mula. Damn, what happened? We're just at 50, now down to 40. Scared people off. My top 5 all time. Floyd agreed. Hagler agreed. Roy agreed. Ward disagree. Bud. Eon. You cannot put active fighters in an all-time list, Eon. It's goofy. Jesus. It's like going to taste test something and before it goes in your mouth being like, this is probably the best ice cream I've ever had. You got to swallow that. You know what I'm saying? Ingest it. Don't just... Connor Ben trying to put Eubank on a weight clause. Yeah, I know. That fight's goofy to begin with. They're way too... There's a huge size gap. It's silly. Hearns, Pacquiao, Bud, Frazier, Hopkins. Frazier? Hopkins? Oh, you guys with this Bud shit. Anyone think Canelo will beat Crawford does not know boxing? Well, then I guess I don't know boxing, Kofi. What the fuck is this shit? What are you putting here? Now you're going to make me open this Twitter shit. What are you doing here, Ian? Let's see. Who would have won the fight at 168? Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. And that's stupid, Ian, because Triple G never fought at 68. Look at this fantasy matchup. Yeah, he never fought at 68. Toast, now I got to make toast, butter, and jelly. Word. Tia just got a new toaster oven, so I was wondering if she was trying to break that shit in. Can't wait until the Chiefs, man. And okay, I hate football. I think Crawford will win this fight. Okay, contrarian. I disagree with that. Jonathan Ramirez. What up, blood? What are you holding there? You're holding... That's funny. That's not you, obviously. That's funny. He said Ward and Bud, but Canelo undisputed. That's... Huh? Okay, swap Bud for Costa Zoo. Thank you. Canelo in my top 10. He's still active, though. Quick fave, 5 top of your head, please. Me? My favorite? Prince Asim Hamed. Roy Jones. Terrible Terry Norris. Marvin Hagler. Jack Jiggity Johnson. That's what I said. People were saying Triple G would have won. I mean, maybe. I think Ward's a little too big, though. You know, Ward's like 6'1", Triple G's 5'10". Ward's really 175-pounder. Triple G's a 60-pounder. He's too big. You call top 5? I do. My favorite. Sugar Ray Leonard is the second greatest fighter who ever lived, but in terms of my favorite, I can't have Sugar Ray Leonard be my favorite because, well, there's no footage of him at welterweight. And there's very little footage of Jack Johnson, but at least there is footage, even though it's all fucked up from 1908. I think Bud and Canelo fight may be a draw. It's possible. I thought Frank Martin on Boots. Shane Mosley is the most underrated fighter. Yeah, I'm with you. Shane's a friend of mine, too. I like Shane. I'm not seeing Ali. I don't put Ali up there. Bud versus Canelo, fight of the year. I hope so. Personal favorite lists or personals, all-time lists. Hagler was low-key the best out of the 4 kings. Well, technically, Eon, he wasn't because Sugar Ray Leonard beat him. And Sugar Ray Leonard beat all the kings. He's the only one to beat all of them, so he has to be the best one. Canelo is only a little better than Spence. Okay. Jack Johnson's the first black heavyweight champion, yes. Okay, you understand why I don't put fighters in my top 10 favorites? Yeah, but here's the thing, Eon. You can watch them all fight. You think I watched Jack Johnson live? I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. You think I watched Willie Pep fight live? You think I haven't watched Duran fight live when he was a lightweight? No, that was in the 60s, 70s. So if there's footage, you have no excuse because you just go back. And especially now, when I was coming up, I'd go fucking rent videotapes from Blockbuster. I used to have to mail in a check and have them send me videotapes of, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it is, or wait till ESPN Classic would throw something on, or a documentary. It's not like now. You can go in and search anything and watch it. You got no excuse. I thought Ray Leonard lost the first time I watched it, but in the rematch, I wasn't so sure. Shane was my favorite fighter. Then he got 14. Great taste. That's why I appreciate it. Bud is going to pull something up his sleeve for a win. Yeah, well, unless he's pulling a 22 out of his fucking sleeve, he's not winning. What if they meet and Crawford hits harder than Canelo? That would make Crawford a certified icon. I hope it happens. I win. Me as a connoisseur of boxing, as a creator, I win no matter who wins. If Canelo wins, I win. If Bud wins, wow, we're witnessing 1 in a billion fighter. Not only do I win, all of us who are alive to watch him wins. So I don't care who wins. I do kind of want Bud to lose, though, because I feel like he's being... maybe I don't. Like, I was about to say he's kind of getting a little arrogant, trying to think he could jump up. But, you know, it's like, fuck it. It's boxing. You got to strive. Hagler got robbed versus Sugar Ray. Well, watch it again. I thought Ray won the fight. Reminds me of Triple G versus Canelo. Yeah, maybe not. Man, did you guys see Village People looking tootier, fruitier than Benavidez or Morel? Benavidez, because he's just a better, more experienced fighter. This is going to be Canelo's easiest fight. It might be. It might be. Crawford throwing his legacy away. No, it's not. See, here's the thing for Crawford, guys. It's a win-win for him. He wins, icon, instant. He loses, $200 million extra dollars, and nobody really bats an eyelash at it because the dude is way bigger. Daring to be great. It'll say next to the loss, it'll be a stamp saying he dared to be great. That's it. Who has a better style, Lara or Bud? Bud. If the ref does not save Canelo from Crawford in 9 or 10, he will lose his license. Are you, Kofi, are you drunk? You drinking a little, right? You sipping a little grandma syrup? This dude's fucking whacked. He's hammered right now. I'm just playing. His legacy is set, just the way I remembered it. Canelo, what if Canelo is Bud's easiest fight? That would be hilarious. Again, we all win because we're watching one of the greatest to ever do it if that happens. I'm not we out here. Lara beat Canelo. That's what they say. But officially, he did not. How is it possible you lame Crawford? What? Especially if he gets Amir Khan. Damn. That's fucked up that's actually a saying now. Poor Amir. If Bud manages to win, he'll probably be the GOAT. Nah, he won't be the GOAT. I don't care if Bud beats Canelo and then goes and beats Benavidez and then goes and beats Usyk. He still can't come close to looking the way Roy Jones looked skill-wise and achievement-wise. Actually, achievement-wise, yes. If he wins a heavyweight title, then but not skill-wise. Yo, Mark, you're rooting for Canelo? I'm not rooting for either. I don't care who wins. Not this day and age. Everyone is a bum. Let's not use the bum word, people. After Madrimov fight, I can't see Bud having. That's what I'm saying. But again, it's just one fight. Maybe Bud has another one and he dismantles the person who's heavier, and now we think differently. This fight is polarizing. I've heard every opinion imaginable. The majority of people think Canelo's gonna win. My top 3 Mexicans of all time: Ricardo Lopez, Julio Cesar Chavez, and maybe Paez. If Bud beats Canelo, Floyd will come out of retirement to fight him. No, he won't. No fucking way. No fucking way. Roy had athleticism, Bud had skills. Roy had all of that. Don't blasphemously.
Y'all must have forgot.
Thanks for not reading it through again. Okay, fine. I'll look. What'd you say? I got a lot of comments here. Not in this day and age. Everyone is a bum these days. If they watch you lose, I don't agree, but that's how many feel. I don't even know what you're talking about. But there, I read it again. Salvador Sanchez died at 23 years old. His career was not even close to being finished. So we didn't see his best. Therefore, he just doesn't qualify. He's unfortunately excluded from all-time great talks, in my opinion. We're not going to see another Roy Jones, as I said. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so when you determine the GOAT, you look at skills more than achievement. Nah, I look at skills, achievement, and/or accomplishments, and dominance. And I only look at their primes. That's my criteria. With that criteria, nobody beats fucking Roy. Nobody. Might break an arm. Canelo punch. Let me go down here a little bit. You guys are too many comments. Scale 1 to 10. How bad do you think Tank is going to F up Roach? 10. 10. Do you see that Crawford is always toying with opponents except Spence? Nah, he's not toying with people. Like the stream, folks. Yes, please. Damn, and I had that goal for the super chats. Didn't even fucking get one. My super chat goals never get met. Yes, he would. Crawford beating Canelo at his peak prime would tarnish Floyd's legacy. Floyd is a jealous ass dude. Nah, no, he's not. He's not coming in. He's not stupid. Floyd's protecting that O. Holding on to that O with dear life. He's not going to come out and fight a prime, younger fighter. There's no way. Especially a dangerous one who's fucking his size. Nah. I'm going to be real. I agree, but the last part has to be tailor-made for Roy. What up with Tank and Bud beef? I don't know, but I'd like to see them fight. I'd rather see that. That'd be dope. Bud should fight. Bud should do his own Canelo, right? Fight a smaller dude like Canelo's fighting a smaller dude in Bud. Bud should go fight Tank first, then go fight Bud. It'll even it out. It's like, oh, you fighting that little guy? Yeah, well, let's go and fight after that. See? I just came up with a good one. Is Marquez? Well, you doing a Mexican American? Because you didn't say, you said Mexican. Mexican American, I will put Oscar over Paez, especially because he beat Paez. But you didn't, you got to be specific, my man. Tank would never fight Crawford. I don't know. They keep talking enough shit about each other. Who knows? But yeah, you're probably right. Floyd, a greedy hater, doesn't put any energy in his boxers. Damn. De La Hoya shouldn't have beat Trinidad. I mean, he didn't beat him officially, but technically I agree with you. Oh, my top 3. Bud would murder Tank. I don't know about that. Probably, but if Tank lands one of those erasers, say goodnight to my little friend. A toupee would step your super chat game up. Damn, you just make fun of me being bald? CJ Rich, I thought you were a good dude. By the way, you're probably bald as fuck too, because you got that picture of yourself from back when you're 18. Catfishing people. Fuck out of here. Probably got less hair than me. You probably just got just a little bit of a sideburn patch left. That's it. Ryan Garcia versus Pitbull Cruz. Who you got? I don't know. I'm going to go with Ryan because I think, but if Pitbull can swallow that left hook, You know what? I can't go with that one right now. I don't know. Tank would fight Shakur, Devin, or I think Ryan might be able to stay away from Pitbull though. So I think I'll lean towards Ryan. But if Tank knocked out everybody in his dreams, then he would be better than weeks up. True. You would like to Trump. You would look like a Trump brother with a toupee. Okay. Once again, Eon. Of course, he's our resident racist.
Oh, that's racist.
Just saying I look like any white guy because we're both white. I look nothing like him in the face. I don't have fucking red hair. I'm not 6'3". You're a racist. Tank hasn't fought anyone. That's ridiculous. I want to see Tank fight Tio. So do I. Most exciting fight in boxing. Fireworks. I'm kind of done with Tank. I'll watch his fights, but I still really don't care. Yeah, I get it because he's not pushing to fight the best. I get it. Pitbull not that good. Fight Tank gave him crazy clout. Nah, because he has a toupee. Technically, he doesn't. He went on Conan O'Brien and Conan pulled it and it didn't come off. So, but I think you can like stitch shit in where it doesn't come off easy. Tank needs to fight for a belt. He has a belt. I got a full head of dreads, just out of shape. Well, fuck you and your dreads, you insensitive prick. I'm sitting here, so bald you could see me think, and you talking about your full head of dreads? You're an insensitive prick. Tank has a nice style, though. Shame his talent and ambition aren't the same. Disagree. His talent is the same. His ambition is the same to win, but not. So yeah, the ambition I agree with halfway. When he gets in there, he's locked in. He always wants to win. But right, his ambitions to fight the best is not there. That's true. Do you see Victor Ortiz headbutting Floyd? Yeah, I did a video on it. Because a ref called and Ortiz pretended he wasn't ready to restart. Yeah. I think Ortiz deserved that. He's a cheater. He kept saying thank you over and over. I feel like Ortiz knew he wasn't going to win the fight, which is why he headbutted, and he was trying to find a way out of it. That's not an embarrassing loss. So he decided, let me get DQ'd. Let Floyd do something where maybe it'll make him look bad. And yeah, that was some bitch shit to me. That was a way out. That was Victor Ortiz wanting a way out. Tank got to knock out Freddy Krueger before he came anyone else in his dreams. Tank like the dude who goes crazy in the G League, but nothing in the big leagues. Damn. Lopez versus Hitchens looks like it's going to happen. Teofimo, fuck Hitchens up. Ortiz was getting he was about to get fucked up. Your recent poll said the majority of fans feel Tank is best at 135. Yeah. Rich, I think Tank is not only the best at 35, I think he's the best at 40. Nobody at 35 or 40 or 30 beats Tank. Nobody. 47 is when he'll probably start losing because he's too small. And he could probably make 47 because he's a stocky dude. He's just so short. He'll start having like Andre Berto and Broner problems. Those guys are short, but they're stocky. So they start having issues. Tio would beat Tank. It's possible. I go with Tank, but Tio has a great shot. Kevin Floyd with a headbutt. Then he would have got DQ'd. Like he did. Oh no, he got KO'd. He would have got DQ'd then. Boots versus Tank. Boots, too big. What about Shakur versus Tank? Tank. Definitely. Nah, his hair's fake. There's a video from about 8 years ago where the President Trump was walking up the stairs, Air Force One, and the wind blows. That shit flopped. Well, I don't know. Like I said, Conan grabbed it. It was good. And what about Tank versus Lopez? Tank. But Lopez has a great shot. B-Dog, what up? Tio loses? I think so too, but he has a good shot. Tio's the best from 40 to 47. Nah, chill. Chill. He's not better than Tank at 40. And I don't even think I don't think he beats Boots at 47. I think Hitchens would look good versus Tio 5-6 round. Nah, I doubt it. Tank knocks Tio's goatee off his face. Well, Tank has a goatee as well, so it's going to be a lot of goatees flying around that night. You feels me? Tank would destroy Boots with a hydration clause. Yeah, maybe with a hydration clause. Tio's not a bum. Get out of here. Don't say that. How are you going to call a two-time lineal champion a bum? You shouldn't call any champion level fighter. You shouldn't call any fighter a bum. That's like, I won't say the N-word because that's way worse, but that's like the word that you can't really say anymore about mentally challenged people. RETARD, like that. Calling a fighter a bum, I think, is the same level as calling a mentally challenged person with that R word. Like, that's just mad disrespectful. Tank KOTO in the 5th or 7th round. Maybe, yeah. Tank versus Kermel Moten. Kermel's not ready for that. Funny how that is. Boost away for Tank. Pitbull Cruz will be tougher opponent than Haney. Possible. They robbed Tio from Undisputed. Yep. It's weird that someone can call a boxer a bum. They don't even box. Exactly. Yeah, no, not the N-word. That's way worse. But, you know, point being, it's a fucked up word that we shouldn't use in boxing towards fighters, because while doesn't have the history of something like the N-word, or it's still mad disrespectful. It's not as offensive as a lot of other words, I guess, but it's mad disrespectful. I thought Beast Mugabe was going to beat Hagler. Well, you were obviously
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
but Beast, nah, what? No, he didn't. Beast was brawling too, my man. He did both. You were incorrect. He did both. Nothing worked. Hagler he only started boxing when he saw that he couldn't hurt Hagler, and the shit coming back at him was ringing his fucking, cracking his bell like Liberty. I agree. Fighters risk it all for entertainment. That's wild. Yeah. Marco said the N-word. We got it live. I could say the N-word, can't I? Damn. I can't even say it. So how do I refer to how do you refer to it if you can't even say the N-word? I gotta just be like, I'll just do that from now on. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Like his shit is a U. It's a all bald going down like a reverse mohawk, but that's talking about me? I don't know what you're talking about. And you baldish. Oh no, you might have a head of hair. I can't tell in that picture. Pitbull has no skills. Haney will box his head off. Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm getting early. Tank has a contoured beard, not a goatee. Okay, so the fact that you even know the difference.
Tutti frutti.
The fact that you know the difference between whatever the fuck you just said, unless you're a barber, we're dealing with this.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Contour beard. Get the fuck out of here with that. Fury calls fighters bums. Yeah, but he's a fighter. It's different. And he's doing it talking shit. He's doing it to get eyeballs on him. He's Muhammad Aliing it. Talking. Building an audience. Big difference between us. And fighters who have fought have way... That's the only similarity to the N-word, right? Black people can say the N-word, whereas all others can't. Fighters can say the bum word. Everybody else can't, though, because they've never been there. That's not them. That's the only similarity. And fighters still shouldn't say it, but, like, that's to be argued. But if you're just using it to, like, hype a fight up, come on. Is Crawford, Canelo a done deal? No. Did you see the dude write a love letter to Tank? I don't know what you're talking about. Most people say the N-word and we don't care anymore. Well, I ain't saying that shit. You trying to get me canceled, MMA God? Marco, he a bum, bro. Oh, you're just doubling down on the word, huh? You're a dirty, dirty bastard. Reason why I call him a bum, because he disrespectful calling other black fighters. Okay. You know what? You still shouldn't say bum, though, because you're referring... So you shouldn't do that. You're referring to him fighting. You want to say he's a dirtbag, say as a person he's a dirtbag. Say he's a fucking dirtbag. You shouldn't focus on his fighting skills, because it's like he still risks his life. But you don't like who he is? Yeah, then say he's a fucking scumbag. That's a big difference. because he's not a bum. You can't call him a bum. He's just not. Like, even if you use the word you should use, which is like not talented or not a good fighter or not elite, that's not true. He is one of the top. What about calling other professional athletes bums? I think it's not as bad as fighters because they're not risking their lives. My opinion. None of us should be saying the N-word. Culture shock coming from word. When I was coming up, you'd be stuck for that. Oh, shit. What about cans? Nah, that's bad too. That's bad too. Like, the one that people use now, which is acceptable, is like Uber drivers. Because that's just trying to say inexperienced. Like, and it's true. A lot of those guys literally might have full-time jobs driving Ubers. So that's okay. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the version of saying special needs as opposed to the R word. Fighters back in the day just fight, not talk shit. Social media, true. Briggs call them pies are funny because he could eat them up. That's why he calls them pies. Eat them up. He lost. We'll call him. Yeah, well. Man, you got Asian rappers now saying the N-word. When I was coming up, Casanova, everybody from New York knows this. Everybody said the N-word except white. I mean, and even anybody from the hood could say the N-word growing up. Like, it's N-word with not with the hard R at the end, obviously, with the A. It wasn't that big of a deal. If you're from the hood, even white people said it. I never said it because I thought it was fucking like mad corny, like you're a wannabe saying that shit. But yeah, Asians, and especially anybody not white. It was like Asians, Hispanic, Indians, anybody from the hood that wasn't white, especially could say it coming up. But now it's different. Now, things change. It offends people now. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of my friends who used to use that word, but black people obviously who don't want to use it anymore because they just feel like it brings their people down. Like it's just a negative word. But I got a lot of friends who use it colloquially, meaning like slang. Don't give a fuck. So nobody in the chat would ever call a pro boxer those names. Exactly. It's obvious, a terrible word. No one should be using it. Taxi drivers. Did you see Fury glove cheating? Did I see it? What do you mean, did I see it? I thought that was a load of shit. That's what you're talking about. He did not cheat. I'm black, and my dad would have beat my ass if I used that word. Yeah, my man Fred, who comes in here, same shit. His parents were like, he's black. His parents were like, no, you can't use that word. White hood kids on my basketball team were saying the N-word, and their black friends have. Like now or back in the day? And that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, that was accepted. I thought now you can't do that anymore. What's good, Marco? Bud by split decision. Michael, you gotta lay off the methamphetamines. It's not just Asians. Yep. Brooklyn, NY, don't claim Tio. No, he's not from Brooklyn. His father's not even from Brooklyn. His father's from Honduras and moved to Brooklyn when he was like young. But his father, I guess you could say his pops is kind of from Brooklyn because he grew like half. But Tio was born in Brooklyn, and I've talked to his father directly, and he's told me this with his own mouth. And at around 1 or 2 years old, Tio moved to Florida. So no, he's not from Brooklyn. He's from Florida. The N-word is a dark meaning behind it, just like younger women that like to call their girlfriends a B word. Yeah, I mean the B word doesn't nearly have the dark meaning behind it like the N-word does. Back in the 2000s, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 90s for me, because I'm 80s, 90s for me. But yeah, same shit. Let's get away from slurs and agreed. I'm with you. That's why it's a bullshit thing that they're doing, not having the fight right away. I'm with you. Upsets or why even line it up where the upset could do that? Like, just have the fucking fight directly. What are you doing? But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Now, what else we got? I'm about to wrap this shit up. I'm getting tired. Haney might still get the same treatment again. Like, An arse whooping, you mean? Yeah, he might. He might. That's a fact. That's a fact, blood. Technical boxing, blood. Cotto versus Margarita rematch wasn't immediate. No, it wasn't. But that's because Margarito didn't get caught cheating in the Cotto fight. He got caught cheating 2, 3, 4 fights later. And the second he got caught cheating, I think within a year or two, they made that fight, that rematch. I thought Turkey cared about legacy looking like he just named. So, I mean, he cares about both. Boxing should bring back the Super 6. I hated that Super 6. I thought all those middleweights were so fucking boring, or whatever, super middleweights. I really like Chop Chop Gonzalez. Never heard of him. Heard of Chop Chop Borley. His last fight, he had some amazing defense. Chop Chop Gonzalez. Who the fuck is that? Might have to look him up. All right, people, I'm going to bounce. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right? Like the stream on the way out. Peace.